As a full-time YouTuber, after I quit my 9 to 5 job to do this full-time, me and my best friend Jude Bellingham were in Madrid, Spain, and we were thinking, man, what could we talk about today on the channel? And while I was taking a poop and dropping the payload down in the toilet, I remembered this story that happened to me in middle school involving poop. Now, I do want to address the big 9-inch wiener in the room. That is mine. What? What? Well, anyways, I want to address the elephant in the room. I am not using a webcam. I don't have anywhere to record right now, so you know this is what you're gonna get. Good Star Wars Battlefront 2, me going 50-0 in Heroes versus Villains. So that's the gameplay you're gonna get. So it all started a fateful Monday morning, and I was in science class, and I was like, hey, I need to go pee. So I went to go pee, and I saw this guy. I couldn't remember his name, but he he was like the school weirdo, pretty much. Like, this guy was actually just so weird. Like, he'd just say the most random off the wall shit. And I was friendly with everyone. So, hey, what's up, guy? And I was like, hey, what's up, bro? Blah blah blah. And he was in the urinal, and he literally just finished, and he went for the dap. And I was like, whoa, 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 let's wash hands first, And so he washed his hands, and then I gave him, the dap up, and we are just chatting shit. So randomly, this motherfucker's like, he's like, yo, would you bet that I wouldn't take a shit in the urinal if you gave me a Powerade? And I was like, what? Like, bro, what? And he's like, yeah, bro, like, I'll do it for real. I'll take a shit in the urinal. And I was like, yeah, bro, for sure. Like, if I come back after class and I see a big fat steamy one in there, I'll give you a Powerade tomorrow. I'll give you 2 Powerades. And he's like, all right, bro, bet. So I go pee, whatever. I take off. And I'm in class. I'm not even thinking about it. I still got like a whole like half hour of class left. So I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just getting done work, straight A student. So after class, I leave class, and there's a huge line at the boys' restroom. Huge line. Like, it looked like they're selling like fucking tickets to a Taylor Swift concert in the bathroom. And I was like, hey, what's going on? I see my friend Aaron by coincidence, and I'm like, hey, what's up, bro? Like what's going on? And he's like, bro, you'll never believe this shit. And I was like, no. And he's like, bro, someone took a shit in the fucking urinal. And I'm like, bro, there's no way. There's no way. So I go in there, and I'm like, what the fuck? There's a full loaf, a full steamy one in that urinal. The like a whole one. It was not like a little bit of, a little Hershey squirt, nothing like that. No, it was a log. It was huge. And it was in that urinal. And yeah, obviously the guy was nowhere to be seen. And so I'm dying laughing. I can't stop fucking laughing because I know exactly who did it. But I'm not a snitch. So I never told anyone. But there, like, people were like, what the fuck's going on? Who did it? The principal was asking fucking everybody, like, do you know who did this? Anyways, the next day, I walk up to him. I'm like, bro, I got to give it to you. I never thought you would do some shit like that. But here's 2 Powerades, bro. Like, like, hats off to you. You are the urinal shitter man, because I would never be able to do some shit like that. And he almost seemed like very proud, like, dude, yeah, like, I was holding it in and this and that, and like, like, I just had to go, so like I saw you, and I was like, I might as well make that bet. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that has to, like, do with anything, but all right, so whatever. I give him a little fist bump, hey, you're a great shitter, and I go on my merry way. And just he was pretty much like the talk of the town all around the school. No one knew who did it. He never got in trouble. So yeah, it's just like a little story that I thought about today. Again, Jude Bellingham reminded me, hey, remember that time that kid did that? And I was like, yeah, I do. And yeah, so that was just a little bit of something, that I remembered today. And I just want to share it with all of y'all. But yeah, I mean, I do have a webcam, but I just have nowhere to record. And Hopefully I can get a better mic here pretty soon. Obviously, you guys are hearing my dog in the background. I try to cut around it, but I'm not a I mean, I am a professional. I do this 9 to 5, of course. Me and Jude Bellingham edit together, but yeah, so hopefully here pretty soon I can deliver a little bit more higher quality content. I do want to get like a green screen and be able to do like all kinds of cool stuff like that. I do know that I want to do like ghost hunting videos with my friends. So that's gonna be fucking sick. Hopefully we can record here that pretty soon. So yeah, I have a lot of plans and the kind of ideas and things like that, So I guess be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's today's video. So yeah,